What's up, YouTube? And welcome back to another Marvel Monday. And I'm going to make a few announcements. The first announcement is I apologize for my absence for not doing any videos of Marvel because of school, doing hybrid learning instead of e-learning. The second announcement is Mulan is now on Disney Plus, and it will be free during December. And I forgot to mention, it costs $30, and I'm not paying for that movie because I don't care. And the third announcement is I am really sorry that Chadwick Boseman passed away last week, and I was speechless. And all of you, most of you were speechless if you read the news or read on the internet about his death. And it shocked me. But let's all remember to pay tribute to him by watching Black Panther on Disney Plus if you have it. So, if you don't have Disney Plus, get it now and watch many movies like Black Panther, so in remembrance of Chadwick Boseman. And today we are reviewing Ant-Man. And he is one of my favorite superheroes, so let's dive into this movie. This movie starts off in the past where we have a younger version of Dr. Hank Pym giving some of his special formulas to the people who are working at a business, and that is Peggy Carter and Howard Stark, but in old age. We do have a man talking about his wife's death, and Hank Pym loses himself and punches the guy in the face and leaves the building. Later on, we get to see a person in jail named Scott Lang, and he started out in the fight. After that, he gets bailed out of jail and meets up with his best friend Louis. And let me just tell you, Louis is a funny character in Ant-Man. He says a lot of jokes, and I can't say anything else because he is super funny. But Louis talks to him and asks him how he's doing with life, and all Scott Lang can say is he is struggling with life. We later get to see an older version of Dr. Hank Pym going into his business, which is Pym Particles. And we get to see his daughter, Hope Van Dyne, who is Pym's secretary. We later get to see a man working for Dr. Hank Pym, Darren Cross, and he tells him about how Hank Pym has been the Ant-Man a long time ago during the war. And Darren Cross said that him and his people create a special suit called the Yellow Jacket. And we already know that Darren Cross's plan was to take over Pym's business. Later on, we get to see Scott Lang seeing his daughter and saw his ex-wife and sees the stepfather. The ex-wife talks to Scott about how he can see his daughter, but mostly should have a job and live his life. He talks to Louis about a plan that they're going to do by trying to steal something from a safe that someone is holding at their house. Scott goes breaking into the house and finds out that inside was a suit, and it was just a red and black suit with a helmet. And he wears it and tries it on, and somehow he shrinks down into the size of an ant and gets into a lot of trouble. Later on, he goes to normal size, puts the suit where it belongs, and gets caught by the police. And we see a police officer who is actually the stepfather of Scott's daughter. He's in jail, and somehow he gets bailed out of jail by Hank Pym by using the ants, by communicating with them. And they bring him the suit. And the cops try to find Scott, but Hank Pym helps Scott get out of jail, and when he passes out, he is in the house where Hope Van Dyne says he should meet up with Dr. Hank Pym. Dr. Hank Pym tells him that's a lot about how he was the Ant-Man, and tells him what the responsibility of using it and trying to communicate with ants. And the challenge was to communicate with ants and make them put the cubes into the cup. But it was hard for him. And Dr. Hank Pym was telling him that he should be the next Ant-Man, now that Hank Pym was too old and has retired. Hope Van Dyne tried to wear the Wasp costume, but Hank Pym says no, because she's not ready for that responsibility. She was angry, and she was angry about how her mother died when she was a young girl, and wasn't happy at all. But Scott Lang comforts her. Then later on, he starts practicing in the suit. Then later on, he goes on a mission where he is supposed to go to a special headquarters where he's supposed to take a special technology to save the world. Until we get to see the Falcon, and he fights Ant-Man. Then Ant-Man defeats the Falcon and gets the special technology. Then Hank Pym starts yelling at him, saying that you messed up, but he didn't, because he brought the technology with him. Darren Cross then visits Hank Pym and talks to him. Then we see Scott's friends come over and try to help him out, defeat Darren Cross, and Ant-Man and the others have to stop Darren Cross by going into the Pym Particles headquarters. And there was a big fight against the security guards, and Darren Cross shot Hank Pym, and later on we get to see him wear the Yellow Jacket suit. And it was a big fight between Ant-Man and the Yellow Jacket. The Yellow Jacket then goes into Ant-Man's daughter Cassie's home, where she was resting until the Yellow Jacket is keeping her hostage. Until Ant-Man gets arrested by the same police officer, which is his stepdad, and has to stop Yellow Jacket. And the way he does it is Ant-Man fights Yellow Jacket, small, then gets normal, then gets small, goes inside Yellow Jacket's suit, and breaks the suit apart, making Darren Cross explode and going into a different dimension. But Ant-Man finds a way to get out of that and saved his daughter and made sure everything was A-okay. Then at the end we see him and Hope having some chemistry until Hank Pym ruined the moment. Then at the end we see Luis and Ant-Man talking together, and Ant-Man asks him about what's going on. And he tells him about how Falcon was talking to a woman about how he's recruiting a special superhero who can shrink. And he was mentioning Ant-Man. And Ant-Man was asking Luis about, what do you say about me joining the Avengers? And then Luis said, he said yes. And that was the end of Ant-Man, which means we'll later see him in the next movie, Captain America Civil War, which I will review in the future. And in the post-credit scene, we get to see Hope Van Dyne see his mother's suit, the Wasp, and Hank Pym says, you are ready to wear the suit. And that was the end of Ant-Man, and it was a hard movie to follow, but still, he is one of my favorite superheroes, one of my favorite Marvel characters, and is super funny, like Spider-Man. So, that's my review of Ant-Man, and still I apologize for my absence because of school, and I hope you guys are still at home and being safe and healthy and enjoying your life. And we hope to have a better year when the vaccine comes or when things are going A-okay, like I said. But remember, next movie I am reviewing is Captain America Civil War, and comment down below Do you like Ant-Man? Is he one of your favorite Marvel characters? Comment down below with your thoughts. And I'm excited to do Captain America Civil War. So I just have to say thank you all for understanding my absence still. And hope you guys enjoy a nice day on Labor Day. And this is a really fun time to do this because I didn't have enough time. So thanks for your patience, and thank you for supporting my channel a lot. So much, and thank you. So subscribe to my channel, and I'm Jordan Harris, and stay fresh, my friends.